In today's video, we will be going over how to install the HISPEEDIDO IPS HDMI kit on your Nintendo Game Boy Advance. This guide will assume that you have already followed our disassembly guide as well as our dry testing guide. Links for these guides can be found in the description of the video. This mod requires extensive cutting of the shell in order to make the HDMI port fit. You will need to cut a hole for the port as well as for the board to fit through. We used a Dremel as well as an X-Acto knife for this process. Please keep in mind that the more time you spend cutting the rectangle out, the better it will look. The first thing we're going to do after cutting the hole in the shell is to connect the flex cable between the console and the IPS control board. I purposely didn't connect the second ribbon cable. I will get back to this later on. From here, I like to begin soldering the required connections. This kit has a total of 5 solder points, 2 for audio and 3 for brightness control. We will start with the 2 for audio. You will solder the 2 shorter wires to the pads labeled SO1 and SO2. These wires then go to the exposed pads on the lower left hand side of the IPS control board. Next up is brightness control. This is the same as any other IPS kit, however on this control board, the points are unlabeled. The leftmost pad will be for your start or select wire, and the other 2 are for your trigger wires. The connections are as shown. Once you have the connection soldered, I like to use the second ribbon cable connector to help hold the wires down in place. From this point, you can begin putting your console back together as normal. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to subscribe and check out our wiki in the description.